What's up guys, welcome back to the Matt Greer Music channel. I am your host Matt. So today I am kicking off a new series of videos for this channel devoted to obsolete kids keyboards like from the 80s, like old Casios, Yamahas, stuff that would have been sold at Radio Shack and Kmart basically. Those folks that know me know I have kind of a soft spot for these things, and I just thought it would be fun to kind of make a video series about them. On this first one, I'm going to talk about a pretty rare one that I recently acquired called the Suzuki Keyman PK-49. So if this is something you're interested in, stick around and let's get into it. Okay, so I'll start by giving you a quick overview of this thing, talk about some of the features of it, and then we'll hear some sounds. So, Keyman PK-49, branded as Suzuki. It is actually made by an Italian instrument maker called Siel, S-I-E-L. It might be Siel. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but yeah, it's part of their productions, and Suzuki just literally branded it, I think. Now, as for the sound generation, it uses PCM, which you can see. It's plainly labeled there. I've read on a listing that they are 8-bit PCM samples. I don't know if I can confirm that fully because it's kind of hard to find a lot of documentation on these. So I'm not fully sure, but they sound pretty gritty, pretty lo-fi, so it would not surprise me if that were true at all. Let's see, some other things about it. It does have MIDI, or it can also do this RS-232. I have no idea what that is. And admittedly, I haven't Googled it yet either, but if you know, feel free to tell me in the comments below, because I am curious. But it does have MIDI in, so I can sequence this or program it with another external device, which is pretty cool. And MIDI on a mid-80s keyboard that was aimed basically at kids and novices, kind of a unique thing. Definitely puts it into more of a prosumer kind of category. It's got a bunch of different beat rhythms on it, or an optional metronome. Now the drums are really actually pretty cool. They're analog based, and they sound kind of like a Korg Mini Pops or a Roland CR78. They're actually very much in that category. So let's start with that then and start to hear some of the sounds that this thing can make. So you push that, and then let's hear a drum beat. Pretty punchy, actually. I like it. Let's see, that was 8-beat. I like disco. I do dig the drums on this thing. Here, let's hear rock. It's a pretty nice pattern. And of course you can sample these things and pitch them down, and really, they're pretty usable drums, to be honest. And it's got the kind of normal goofy stuff you have on old keyboards like this, or organs like swing and waltz. That swing waltz is kind of an odd pattern even for waltz. Not used to hearing so many snares in a waltz beat like that before, but let's see, ballad. Let's check out ballad. So that one's got that little rim shot sound in it. So yeah, let's hear samba. Let's just hear all of them, I guess. Bossa. Dig it. Yeah, so it's the drums are a high point for me on this. I like them. Now let's hear some of the other sounds. Again, PCM based, 8-bit, I think, sound generation technology. We'll start with the jazz organ. Not bad, really. I mean, it's not the best organ, but it's usable. It's got this sustain feature that I turn on most of the time. Maybe not the right thing for an organ, but that one's pretty good. Let's see, your trumpet doesn't really sound like a trumpet. Sounds more like a synth, but I'm okay with that. On the low end, it's not bad. Let's see, we can hear piano. Does not sound like a piano. The sustain helps a little bit, but still not quite there. E piano. Not bad. I probably wouldn't use it. Now, violin. This is actually my favorite thing about this keyboard. It doesn't really sound like a violin. That's not really a big surprise given what it is. But what it does sound a lot like is like a Selena string ensemble, or the strings on a Roland VP330. I'm not kidding. Check it out. Turn on sustain. Really not bad at all. Now, to take that into even more convincing territory of being like a Selena, I've got some pedals here, a phaser, which was really a key thing to the Selena sound, a chorus, which would be found on the Roland counterparts, and then of course reverb, because everything sounds good with reverb on it. So I'm going to turn on the phaser first. There we go. Now I'll check this thing out. I wish there was another octave lower, but that's... it's pretty convincing, honestly. Now, chorus. This thing gets really big with this. What's not to like about that? And then a little reverb. Let's see, I'm going to put it on a hall. Yeah, I think that's hall, so. Turn it up, turn up the decay. Pretty fond of it. Let's see, I'll show you flute. This is more like sine, I think. Actually, that sounds kind of stringish as well. And then clarinet, I think this is more or less like a square wave. Turn the sustain off. What's another one I like here? Oh, pipe organ. Turn off some of that reverb. Turn off the phaser. So, yeah, some good sounds in here. A lot of time, you know, I collect these kids' keyboards because it's just kind of part of my heritage. I think they're fun. I don't really get them to be serious studio tools. Sometimes they have uses, they really do. But yeah, I wasn't expecting much here, but there's actually some stuff in here, especially those strings, that I'm going to use. This is going to be probably a new little secret weapon for me. Okay, now, does have a sequencer. I haven't quite figured out how to write notes to it. I did function keys and the sequencer write button. It doesn't seem to be working, even when I put it in record. But we'll get to that at some point, I guess. Now, it's got a accompaniment section. You've got an ARP, splitting chords, bass, and let me turn this on so you guys can hear that. Let's see, what sound do I want to lead with? Yeah, let's do the E piano. Now, I need to turn that reverb off. Let's find a drum beat that I like a little bit more. Yeah, let's go with disco. Let's speed it up. So you get the idea. One of the things the accompaniment has is OFC. It's like it changes the key. I don't know what the initials stand for. Again, documentation's kind of hard to find for these, but it seems to shift the key of what you're playing. Anyways, yeah, that's about it. One thing I'll also mention, you'll notice here that my volume is turned way down. The output of this thing, and I'm running out of the headphone output right now, is crazy hot. Like, it will hurt your ears if you turn it up much more than that. One unusual side effect of that, however, is that it kind of overdrives on itself. So let me turn all this stuff off, and then let me find E-piano. That's fine, we'll do that one. Alright, I'm going to turn down the sound on this little mixer and turn this up so we can see if we can get it to overdrive a bit. Pretty weird. So yeah, that pretty much covers it. This is the Suzuki Keyman PK-49. Now at the end of this video, I'm going to attach a little jam where I recorded the sounds out of this into my pocket operator, the KO, the little sampler, and made a track using only sounds out of this with some pedal effects added to them. And yeah, I think it shows that it's actually a pretty useful studio tool. I don't see a lot of these out there, but this one was certainly extremely affordable. I got it from a thrift shop. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled. If you dug this video and you want to see more content like this in the future, please consider subscribing. If you enjoyed it, hit the thumb up, and leave me a comment if you have any questions or you'd like to know more. Thanks everybody. Have a good day.